Welcome, fellow YouTube fans. Big Gunner 81 here. Before we start, as always, this firearm has been safety checked. There are no cartridges inside this chamber, and there is no magazine inserted into this firearm. If I happen to sweep the room like this, there is nobody behind the camera, and the room is completely safe and to film. So, without any further explanation of that, this is the Sig Sauer P226, which we're going to talk about today. This particular one happens to be the Blackwater edition, which they no longer produce. And if you don't know what Blackwater it was or is, go ahead and Google it and check it out, and you'll kind of get an idea. So for obvious reasons, they no longer produce it. Once you do a little research there, it's basically similar to the current TAC Ops model that Sig Sauer offers. So some of the things I like about it. The first thing is going to be the trigger. So, the trigger on this, it is hammer fired. It's in a dual action. It's a dual action, single action firearm, which means basically when the hammer is down, you're going to have a long, heavy trigger pull, and that acts as its safety feature because there is no mechanical safety. Once you rack the slide, or once you fire the first round and the slide's racked, now it's in single action mode. Basically, you're only going to be releasing that hammer and overcoming that tension. Now, this particular model, along with the TAC Ops and many of the other models, will come with a short reset trigger from Sig Sauer. If your P226 doesn't have that from the factory, and some don't, Sig Sauer does sell an upgrade that you can actually install on your 226. What that short reset trigger does, and I'll kind of show this to the camera a little closer, hopefully you guys can kind of see it. So right now we're in dual action, I rack the slide, we're in single action. Well, if you happen to notice there, that trigger actually moved back quite a bit. So if I go ahead and use the decocker, which is another thing that has a decocker, so you can decock it. Watch this trigger again. You can see it kind of moved back quite a bit. So now, say I fire it, and I don't always recommend dry firing it or anything like that, but this is just kind of simulation. So I'm just going to kind of walk that hammer back down. Right now, so I fired it, racked the slide. If you barely let up on the trigger to where it resets, it makes that nice positive click. I don't know if you can see this on the camera or not, but it's very, very small amount of movement there. So that's basically the short reset trigger. It allows you to fire much quicker once you're into single action and so forth. So, I definitely like the trigger. The next thing is going to be the sights. It has, the Sig night sights in the back, and this, I can't remember what the technical term for this sight is, but this green sight that basically takes the ambient light in the room and helps it glow even during the day. But it also does have a tritium capsule inside there that will glow at night as well. So it does have night sights in the front and the back. The sights are great. They work great. They're perfect. I really like them. And of course, that's a very personalized decision on what kind of sights you like and so forth. But I do like these a lot. The next thing I do like, and this is no particular order, but just some of the features that I like on it, this little beaver tail back here. Some of the models of the 226 do not have this. And I'm not sure if that's the technical term. I think it's called beaver tail, but if you know, and there's a different name for it, leave a comment below so I know this, because I want to learn as much as I can about it. So anyhow, this I like with the beaver tail, and also the grip. This grip's a little different than the standard grips. Now this one has the Blackwater insignia on it, or logo or whatever. The TAC Ops, I believe, has Sig Sauer written on it, or possibly the 226. I can't remember, but I know that you can actually buy this grip designed from Sig to put on your other 226 if it doesn't have it. The reason why I like the grip is, well, it does kind of extend past the bottom of the frame. And there's two reasons for that. One is that if you can see this, this mag well is flared. Okay, so I have an empty magazine here. And again, it's empty, so this is for demonstration purposes only. It's been safety checked and so forth. The magazine, before I get into this mag well, the magazine that this particular model came with actually 4 magazines. They're 18 round magazines, but from the factory, Sig Sauer and McGar added this +2 base plate. So what that basically means with the +2 is this base plate allows for 2 extra rounds to be added. So now this is effectively a 20 round magazine. So the flared mag well works with the magazine. If you're in a hurry to get that magazine installed into the firearm, or into the 226 or whatever, this flare helps you kind of guide it into the frame a little bit, but it also helps kind of cover up the this base plate a little bit, because the base plate does stick out a little bit. Even though it's not really a bad looking base plate or anything, and it is nice the way they designed it with a little bit of indentation on the side where you can kind of grab it a little bit. If you didn't have the the flaring there, you'd probably get a little more access to that, but you can grab it kind of towards the front pretty decently. So I also do like that this particular pistol is a metal frame pistol. Now, there's nothing wrong with polymer guns or anything like that. I have some. I don't have any problem with that. But I just kind of like the fact that I'm holding a metal, frame in my hand. Of course, it does add to the weight of the pistol, and I don't know off the top of my head what the weight is on this one, but it is a little heavier than some, I think. Which, of course, will add to your fatigue when you're shooting it, and also your carry weight when you got it in your holster or whatever. The two things I don't really like a whole lot about it is, one, if you can see the slide release right up here. I'm going to point this to the camera to try to get a better idea. I don't know if maybe point it this way. There's not much room between the slide release and that grip. Now, maybe this particular grip, I haven't really compared the other grips that they have for the 226, but it's also kind of the positioning of it. So even though, I can reach it, and that's just me, other people have different thumbs and different hands and everything like that, I can release it effectively, but it's a little awkward to kind of reach for it. So some people have talked about bending the tab on the slide release lever, and I think there may be a company that maybe makes an extended slide release, and if you know about that, again, leave it in the comments below so other people can see it and I can see it, and maybe I can buy one for this, because I would like to change that on this. The second thing I don't like, it's not a big deal, but it's something I don't like. The mag release, and it's just because of the way it fits my hand. It's a little awkward to reach at it. They do make an extended one that I think sticks out a little bit further or something. I may want to invest in one of those and try it out and see how it works, because it may help with, reaching that mag release. So, otherwise, two downsides for me and a whole bunch of positives. So, I like that 226. I think it's a very nice pistol to own. I definitely can recommend it. It's very accurate. Has very little malfunctions or anything like that happen with it. It's a Sig Sauer, so it's got the name behind it. Definitely suggest checking it out. So that's my opinion on the 226. At some point, I'm going to also make a video about this one, the Sig Sauer Mosquito. So I'll be doing that in the future pretty soon here, I think, kind of talking about what I like and don't like about the Mosquito. But the reason why I bring this up is the Sig Sauer Mosquito is 90% the size of the 226. It's basically modeled after the 226, but it's a 22 long rifle is what it's chambered in. But anyway, that's for another video. We'll talk about that then. And thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you click that like and subscribe and leave me some comments. I'd like to hear some feedback about my videos. I just started making these, and I know there's room for improvement on my videos and things, and if you got any suggestions or ideas or anything that might help me out, make some better videos for you guys to watch, let me know. I'd like to work with you guys and create better videos and all that. So definitely, thanks for watching. I appreciate your support, and have fun shooting, guys.